Politics, at its core, is the process of making decisions that apply to members of a group, most commonly within the framework of governance. It encompasses a vast array of systems, ideologies, and activities that shape the way societies are organized, governed, and developed. Politics is an integral part of human society, influencing every aspect of life from economic policies to social norms. The evolution of political systems. Politics has evolved significantly throughout human history. Early political systems were rooted in tribal organizations, where power was often concentrated in the hands of elders or chiefs. As societies grew more complex, political systems evolved to include monarchies, aristocracies, and, later, democracies. 1. Monarchies and aristocracies. Monarchies, where a king or queen holds power, were once the dominant form of governance. 1. Aristocracies, ruled by elite classes, often complemented monarchies. 1. These systems were justified by divine right or inherited status. 2. Democratic systems. The concept of democracy traces back to ancient Greece, particularly Athens, where citizens participated directly in decision-making. 2. Modern democracies are more representative, allowing elected officials to make decisions on behalf of the populace. 3. Authoritarian and totalitarian systems. These systems centralize power in a single leader or a small group, often suppressing dissent. 3. Examples include fascist regimes and communist states under dictatorial control. Key political ideologies. These political ideologies shape the goals and methods of governance. They provide frameworks for how societies should be structured and governed. 1. Liberalism, emphasizing individual freedoms, equality, and democratic governance. Liberalism has been a driving force behind modern democracies. 2. Conservatism, rooted in tradition. Conservatism advocates for maintaining established institutions and social orders. 3. Socialism, focused on reducing inequality through collective ownership or regulation of resources. Socialism seeks to create a more equitable society. 4. Communism, a more radical form of socialism. Communism advocates for a classless society where resources are owned collectively. 5. Fascism, a far-right ideology. Fascism emphasizes authoritarian nationalism, suppressing individual freedoms for the perceived good of the nation. The role of political institutions. Institutions play a critical role in shaping political systems and ensuring stability. Key institutions include: 1. Legislative bodies. These create laws and policies. 1. Examples include parliaments, congresses, and assemblies. 2. Executive branches, headed by presidents, prime ministers, or monarchs. This branch implements laws and governs daily affairs. 3. Judiciaries. Independent courts ensure laws are interpreted and applied fairly, serving as checks on legislative and executive powers. Politics in practice. While political theory outlines ideals, politics in practice often involves compromise, negotiation, and, at times, corruption. Elections, for instance, are a cornerstone of democracy, allowing citizens to choose their leaders. However, issues like voter suppression, gerrymandering, and the influence of money can undermine the democratic process. Global politics and geopolitics. In the modern era, politics transcends national boundaries. Globalization has interconnected economies, cultures, and political systems, leading to the rise of international organizations like the United Nations and the European Union. Geopolitics, the study of the effects of geography on politics, has become increasingly relevant, especially in the context of resource competition, climate change, and migration. 1. Superpower rivalries. The 20th century was dominated by the Cold War, a political and ideological struggle between the United States and the Soviet Union. 1. Today, the US, China, and other emerging powers navigate complex geopolitical landscapes. 2. Climate politics. Addressing climate change requires international cooperation. 2. Political leaders face the challenge of balancing economic growth with environmental sustainability. 3. Conflict and diplomacy. Wars, territorial disputes, and ethnic conflicts continue to challenge global peace. 3. Diplomacy, often mediated by international organizations, seeks to resolve these issues. The challenges of modern politics. Modern politics faces numerous challenges that test the resilience of institutions and the patience of the public. 1. Polarization. Many democracies are experiencing increasing political polarization, where ideological divisions hinder consensus and effective governance. 2. Misinformation. The rise of social media and the proliferation of fake news have undermined trust in political institutions and eroded informed decision-making. 3. Populism. Populist leaders often exploit public dissatisfaction to challenge established political norms, sometimes threatening democratic principles. 4. Economic inequality. Disparities in wealth and opportunity fuel social unrest and challenge governments to address systemic inequities. The role of citizens in politics. Citizens play a vital role in shaping political systems. Through voting, activism, and public discourse, they hold leaders accountable and influence policy. Civic education and engagement are essential for a healthy democracy, ensuring that citizens are informed and empowered to participate. The future of politics. The future of politics will be shaped by emerging technologies, shifting demographics, and evolving ideologies. Artificial intelligence, for example, poses both opportunities and challenges for governance, from enhancing decision-making to raising ethical questions about surveillance and privacy. Similarly, the rise of youth movements advocating for climate action and social justice signals a shift in political priorities. In conclusion, politics is a dynamic and multifaceted field that touches every aspect of human life. While it often sparks division, it also has the potential to unite people around shared goals and visions for the future. Understanding its complexities is essential for anyone seeking to make sense of the world and contribute to its betterment. In conclusion, politics remains an indispensable pillar of human civilization, embodying the complex interplay of power, governance, and the collective aspirations of societies. It serves as both a unifying force and a source of contention, shaping the frameworks within which individuals and communities coexist. From ancient tribal councils to modern democracies, politics has evolved to address the ever-changing needs and challenges of humanity. Its ability to adapt and innovate has been a testament to the resilience of human societies, yet it also reflects their vulnerabilities, as political systems often grapple with corruption, inequality, and inefficiency. The ideologies that underpin political thought, such as liberalism, socialism, conservatism, and others, provide diverse pathways for addressing fundamental questions about justice, equality, and governance. While these ideologies often compete, they also enrich the discourse, enabling societies to explore varied approaches to achieving stability and progress. However, politics is not merely an abstract contest of ideas. It is lived and experienced through institutions, policies, and leadership that directly impact lives. The quality of governance, the integrity of institutions, and the active engagement of citizens are pivotal in determining whether political systems fulfill their promise or falter under the weight of unmet expectations. In the global arena, politics transcends national boundaries, requiring cooperation and diplomacy to address shared challenges such as climate change, migration, and resource conflicts. The interconnectedness of nations underscores the necessity of a global political order that balances national sovereignty with collective responsibility. Yet, this interconnectedness also intensifies geopolitical rivalries, complicating the pursuit of peace and stability. In this context, international organizations and multilateral agreements play a crucial role, but their effectiveness often hinges on the political will and collaboration of member states. Modern politics is also shaped by transformative forces such as technology, demographic shifts, and evolving social norms. The digital revolution, for instance, has democratized information but also amplified misinformation, challenging traditional political structures. Similarly, movements for gender equality, racial justice, and environmental sustainability are reshaping political priorities, reflecting a growing demand for inclusivity and accountability. The rise of youth activism and grassroots movements further demonstrates the power of collective action in driving political change. Yet, the challenges of polarization, populism, and disillusionment with political institutions persist, threatening the stability of even the most established democracies. Addressing these challenges requires not only systemic reforms but also a recommitment to the principles of empathy, dialogue, and shared purpose. Political leaders and citizens alike bear the responsibility of fostering environments where diverse perspectives can coexist and where the common good outweighs partisan interests. Ultimately, the future of politics will depend on humanity's ability to navigate the tensions between tradition and innovation, individual rights and collective responsibilities, and national interests and global imperatives. While politics is often criticized for its flaws and failures, it remains a powerful tool for addressing societal needs and aspirations. Its enduring relevance lies in its capacity to adapt, to inspire collective action, and to provide a platform for resolving conflicts through dialogue and compromise. As we look ahead, the importance of civic education and active participation cannot be overstated. A politically engaged citizenry is the bedrock of a vibrant and effective political system. By understanding the complexities of governance and contributing to informed discourse, individuals can help shape a political landscape that is more just, equitable, and reflective of the values and aspirations of society. In the end, politics is not just about the leaders or the systems in place. It is about the people who participate, challenge, and drive the evolution of governance. It is through this collective endeavor that humanity can aspire to a future where politics serves as a force for progress, unity, and shared prosperity.